Good morning. This is Young-ho Kim from Seoul, Korea. Now it shows the tee shot of Sung Jae-im at the 11th. Doesn't look that much good or in the rough. The second round of CJ Cup started at 1:45, and this is Brooks Koepka's tee shot on 11th. Oh, almost identical place with CJ with Sung Jae-im. This group this shows gender Schauffele. He's currently 7 under, tie for the first. His tee shot goes to the left. And this is Hanbyeol Kim of South Korea at 12th. He's looking for a birdie. It's quite long, about 5 meters. Yeah, short. This is Sung Jae-im's second shot on par 4 11th. He has 72 feet. Looks good. Yeah, it's 7 feet. So now he's looking for his first birdie. Oh no, this is Kyung-hoon Lee on 12th. This for his par. Misses. So he goes to 5 over. Now Justin Thomas, defending champion, looking for his birdie on the 11th. Misses. That 12 feet, 5-inch birdie try. Yeah, I once played at this Shadow Creek back in 2006 when I was in Las Vegas. Very exclusive club, and it's very hard. So now Sung Jae-im looking for his first birdie at the 11th. This is 7 feet. Looks good. Yep. He now goes to 5 over. This is the second shot of gender Schauffele at 12th. He's the co-leader now. Yeah, looks good. From right rough, he shot 130 yards, and from the hole, it's 24 feet 8 inches. This is Colin Morikawa. He's 1 under. He had a wonderful birdie chance, just 5 feet. Yeah, from right intermediate, he shot 128 yards. And here comes Norwegian Victor Hovland, 3 over, 98 yards left. Yeah, that's not good. Right intermediate, 17 feet 4 inches. This for Justin Thomas par putt. Yep. He stays at even par. Okay, this is Bruce Kepsa's first birdie. Now he goes to 1 over. Good start.
John, this course played 3/4 of a shot over par. So while we had some good openers, especially Tyrrell Hatton on Thursday, it was not easy on day one.
It was not, Earl, and I really expect to see that remain the same over these next few days. I feel like Shadow Creek is winning right now. We have had some good scores, but really giving these players everything that they can handle. And something else I'm keeping an eye on today, Roy McIlroy really struggled off the tee yesterday. He was 71st strokes gained approach to the green, 78th in proximity to the hole, last in the field. Proximity to the hole for Rory McIlroy, only 4 fairways. So really needs to fix that. I'm interested to see if he can bounce back from that tough start.
And yesterday, part of the tough scoring in the afternoon, some winds came up. Those have died down now. We're expecting another beautiful day. Let's check the conditions, send you out to Doug Bell.
Well, if it's possible, I think it's going to be even better weather today than it was yesterday. In fact, the temperatures will be 3 or 4 degrees cooler, up around 88 at its zenith, middle of the afternoon. And it's just so pleasant out here right now. There's no wind to speak of at the moment, and different from yesterday when the winds picked up anywhere from 15 to 20 miles per hour around 3 and 4 o'clock. That is not the case today. In fact, the winds will die down around that same time period. Winds will be anywhere from 4 to 8 miles per hour, so very mild scoring conditions, although the greens are firming up if that's possible. Already seen a lot of balls like Russell Henley's shot here at 1, landed in the middle of the green, caromed off the back of the putting surface, so look out for that. The greens are firm and fast, and just getting more so as the day goes on.
Well, and I think just as you said there, Doug, with those greens firm and fast, they don't need the wind. If the wind does blow, this place is really difficult. But without the wind, these firm, fast greens and the heavy rough, plenty of defense on this golf course.
Well, yesterday, the Tyrrell Hatton lead really was set up by a great start on the back nine. Birdie, birdie, and then hole out eagle. We've had another one today with Matthew Fitzpatrick, John, starting the day on the back nine with three straight birdies at 10, 11, and 12. So those opening holes in the back nine have really been a big factor so far this week.
Well, it is an opportunity, to get something going on the back nine early for sure, that 10, 11, and 12 stretch. But, yesterday, as the day goes on, we saw the greens get firmer and faster. I mean, both nines basically played roughly the same as far as difficulty. So the whole golf course, there's just not a lot of great birdie opportunities. Some par fives, maybe 11, the reachable par four, but you really just have to buckle down all 18 holes on this golf course and see what you can do.
Well, that Tyrrell had round chickered end as you tracked it all day on Thursday. A ball striking clinic for him. He was number one. Strokes gained, approached the green and shooting 7 under 65.
It was fun to watch. Earl certainly got out to a quick start, which was, according to him, uncharacteristic. He just came off winning in London at the European Tour's BMW PGA Championship last week. He flies over. He says his range sessions on Tuesday and Wednesday were horrible. He was exhausted. Then comes back and right out of the gate, birdie, birdie, eagle, which obviously gets a round started in the right direction. This guy he wears his emotions on his sleeve. He was very comfortable yesterday in his own skin. So we'll see how today, what happens after that 7 under 65 and see how he manages a second day, because the high of playing yesterday, sometimes you can come off of that and reality sets in. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you said at one point, John, he was kind of grumpy on the golf course. I don't know why. It's a great start for him. He's got high standards now, obviously, and it was a great beginning and a pretty low number on a course. We weren't sure what kind of scores to expect at Shadow Creek this week coming in.
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, we were, in the dark, basically. We didn't know what to expect. I think with the PGA Tour, as good as these players are, we always expect low scores, but it's a new golf course, one that, as we've talked about, players have probably not played very often, if at all, coming into this week. So, you factor all that in the learning curve that goes with that and the lack of experience in tournament golf on this course. And, hey, 7 under par, your first time around in competition here, Tyrrell Hatton, that's pretty well done.
And Xander Schauffele catches him early with a birdie at 11. He's at the 12th now. Let's head down to the host of Canada's only nationally syndicated Golf Talk program.
He does, because I think it takes an element of pressure off of Xander Schauffele. As you say, when you fly under the radar, you're able to come into a tournament week and, people know who you are and they expect great things out of you. But like you say, he just doesn't quite get that attention that the Dustin Johnsons, Justin Thomas, even Jordan Spieth, these guys bring, Rory McIlroy. So he's able to go about his business very quietly, and as we see, he gets on these leaderboards time and time again.
And it's part of this great field this week. He is one of those top 10 players in the field. Chick, number 8 in the world, starting the week.
Hole number 12 for Brooks Koepka from 93 yards, coming off the birdie at 11. Now the approach to a back right hole location that skids up nicely up to the top level there. So Brooks Koepka will have outside 15 feet for a back-to-back birdie effort to get to -2.
Tough opening day for Brooks Koepka. I'm sure a little rust involved. Hadn't played since the Wyndham Championship in August after kind of nursing an injury there. So had to rehab, get himself back in shape, and appears to be healthy, but a tough finish for him. Doubles at 15 and then a bogey on the par 5, the reachable par 5, 18th. 74 yesterday, but 1 under par on his round today.
And Koepka, he and Justin Thomas, the only 2 former champions of this event. Thomas has won it twice. Koepka's win 2018, a 4-shot win over Gary Woodland. That, of course, was at 9 Bridges, Jeju Island, and South Korea. And because of the pandemic and the travel restrictions, these players, for 1 year, at least only, playing a different golf course this week, and a course that until this week had never been played in an event on the PGA Tour at Shadow Creek. Mark Sakino.
Well, thank you, Earl. At the par 3 13th, we have Colin Morikawa coming off birdie back at 12. He's 2 under par now for the tournament. And this
7 under par, only leading the golf tournament, so nowhere near out of this thing if you can just somehow get hot and run a few birdies in a row.
Yeah, I think that's what we're looking at today, maybe, John. More favorable conditions, a little less wind today, certainly in the afternoon, and maybe someone can go out there and shoot around like Tyrrell Hatton and climb to the top of the leaderboard to try to catch the co-leaders right now, 7 under Schauffele and Tyrrell Hatton, Doug Bell.
Earl here at number 2. Russell Henley, after a perfect drive, has just 140 yards. His downhill approach now is on the way. Henley at 6 under watches this. Fly down towards the front of the green, bounces on the putting surface, and then rolls forward. And that's a good shot for Russell Henley. He's around 16 feet. That'll be for birdie to get to 7 under par. Russell Henley here, too.
Justin Thomas from inside 3 feet to clean up the par here at hole number 12, and he does, rolls it in, gives his putter to his caddy, and Justin Thomas even.
And just trying to shake off really that disappointing double bogey finish yesterday for Justin Thomas. Was 2 under par, came to the reachable 18th, made a 7 to finish his round. So would love a little bit of revenge on this back 9, but right now JT just sitting at even par.
To the par 3 at 13 now, back to Mark Sakina.
And Colin Morikawa kind of stalking this birdie effort, trying to make it back to back. At one point yesterday, he got it to 3 under par, and just a terrible double bogey at 15 kind of derailed Morikawa. But he's back to 2 under, and he's fighting his way back. And Victor Hovland is already tapped in for his birdie, so this group's trying to get 3 in a row here at the 13th. Should move to Morikawa's left. Can be very slippery. Very quiet, very still. Putter back. Off the blade, down the slope, puts it on the right edge. Hold your head, he has it! Back to back. Colin Morikawa to 3 under par.
And there you go. That's a start you're looking for if you're Colin Morikawa. You know you get your ball striking back in tune there. He can fire at almost every flag on the golf course and make a few putts. Colin Morikawa could find himself right there near the top of this leaderboard quickly.
Yeah, one of our recent major champions since the restart, the return to golf, that win at the PGA Championship for him. Mark, back to you.
And Xander Schauffele now from inside 3 feet. Putter back to the hole, and he has it. So Schauffele now to 8 under par. And if my math's correct, gentlemen, I think this hole yesterday gave up only 3 birdies the entire day. And this group, 3 birdies. Well done, guys.
Pretty good stuff right there for that group. I'm gonna go out on a limb. It's not a real big limb, Earl, I know, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say nobody beats that group today.
Could be pretty tough. Talking about birdies at that hole, that par 3, Matthew Fitzpatrick didn't get one there. But just a moment ago, he hit one to 20 feet, made another putt at 14. So Matthew Fitzpatrick, 4 birdies in his first 5. Another great start on the back 9 here early on a Friday now. And Fitzpatrick, a player who's not yet won on the PGA Tour, he is -7, keeping pace with Schauffele, who's now the outright leader at -8.
Yeah, and really one of those players, Matthew Fitzpatrick, that I think people have felt like he probably should have won by now on the PGA Tour. Definitely talented enough, but it's tough to win out here. But if you're out there on the course now, or the leaders that are getting ready to get out on the golf course, you see this number and you know that birdies are out there.
All right, the par 3 13th playing 211. We've seen the play now. It's to the left, short, and they're rolling up on the left side back towards the hole. Brooks Koepka with a high towering ball here in this Vegas sky. That's going to be right of the flag, and that's going to roll out middle of the green. It's on the wrong side for Brooks Koepka. He'll have outside 45 feet for a birdie opportunity to get the even par for the tournament.
Well, it's the smart play. You feel like you need to play more toward the center of the green. I mean, there's a fine line. You miss this green left, you're almost guaranteed to make a bogey unless you somehow hit the flag and get the ball to stop. So, pretty smart shot there. But like as you said, Chick, you got to favor that left side and just try to feed it back to this hole.
Again, this hole playing 211. It's just 5 paces on from the left, 15 from the front. As Justin Thomas now gets himself set. Thomas even for this round. Pars at 10, 11, and 12. He shot even par 72 yesterday. Well documented now by John. The double bogey at 18, which had to be painful, made the meal taste a whole lot worse last night. But here he is now on the tee box. 211. Iron in hand. Thomas, one more peek at the green. That familiar waggle. Set to go. And now the ball high into that blue sky. That is going to be left of this flag. What kind of bounce does he get? Just on the front edge, and actually comes up short, and that's going to roll off the false front. So a mistake as far as distance goes for Justin Thomas, and he is kind of shaking his head.
Yeah, just confused there as far as what happened. That was on a good line, but Billy about a half a club maybe short there for Justin Thomas, and that's going to leave a tricky up and down now.
Yeah, for the first green he's missed today, and not an easy place, like John said, to make a par now at that par 3. Doug Bell.
Here at number 2, Russell Henley left his birdie try in the perfect spot. He's uphill 18 feet. He can be aggressive on a super fast green. The stroke sends it on line, rolling at the hole, and goes into the center and drops. Russell Henley with his first birdie this second round. He moves to 7 under par.
And gets within one of the new leader, Xander Schauffele. A couple of birdies to start things off on the back 9. 2 under through 4. Xander Schauffele in front by 1, 8 under.
This is Justin Thomas iron tee shot on par 3, 13th. Okay. Oh, short. Yes. It goes down backward. Yeah. So now it's a third member of this group, Sungjae Im. He had 1 birdie, 1 bogey, so even par through 3 holes. So now it's his 4th hole, 224 yards, par 3, 13th. And his greens in regulation last season was 93rd, 67.08%. Going left, the same position as Justin Thomas. This is Colin Morikawa's tee shot on par 4, 14th. He's currently 3 under. Yep, found the fairway. Oh, very nice. Yep. So now is the leader, Xander Schauffele, the same hole, par 4, 14th, 493 yards. Last season, his driving accuracy was 98th among PGA Tour players with 60.31%. Looks good. Yep, found the fairway. This is third member of the group, Norwegian Victor Hovland. He's 2 over, tied for 45th now. His last season's driving distance was 77th, 299.3 yards.
Tour last week, TPC Summerlin. This week, it's Shadow Creek for the CJ Cup, Earl Forsey, and 3-time winner of the PGA Tour, John Rollins. Our analyst, golf course, giving up some birdies on the back 9 already today. And Xander Schauffele has a couple of them starting at the 10th hole. Today, birdies at 11 and 13. Great tee shot at 13, the par 3. And Xander Schauffele has moved in front early on Friday by 1 at -8. Let's get down to Longtime DC sportscaster at NBC Sports Washington, Chick Hernandez.
Justin Thomas, Earl, here on the 13th, the par 3, missed the green, rolled back down to the primary cup. He's got 60 feet back up the hill. Going to chip this back up the hill. He's got to play it to the left. Have it roll back towards the right. Now that one on the way. It's a pretty good speeded chip there. That's headed towards the cup and rolled right by. And that's going to roll well by now. So Justin Thomas just outside 10 feet to save par here and remain at even.
Yeah, that's the difficulty there. That ball kind of running away from him. But 6 of 9 yesterday in scrambling. Today already here at the difficult 13th. Needs a big make here to save his par.
Yeah, well, Justin Thomas, and you mentioned the way he's gotten off to quick starts in the fall, and the 4 wins he has for the tournaments held in Asia in recent years. This is one of them, the CJ Cup back-to-back, 2 out of the last 3. He's won 2017 and 2019, but a slow start for him at Shadow Creek this week. Chick Hernandez, back to you.
Brooks Koepka now from 55 feet, putter in hand, middle of the green. Gonna have to play this out to the right back towards the cup. This one's got a nice line, and that rolls right behind the cup. That's a nice effort there from 55 feet from Brooks Koepka. So he remains -1 for his round, +1 for the tourney.
Yeah, that was a great putt right there from Brooks Koepka. A lot of slope that he had to navigate there on that approach putt, but just guided it right in behind the hole, as Chick said. Just an easy tap-in par here at 13.
Yeah, and a little frustrated, it looks like, so far. Koepka, his return to play, said he feels great now. That knee, he took care of it over the couple of months that he took a break, got some platelet-rich plasma therapy on it, and mentioned coming into the week, he didn't realize how bad the knee felt until it started feeling so good in recent weeks. And, he was talking a lot about how that knee was bothersome late in the season. He comes in this week, in my opinion, listening to him, John, feeling as good about the health of his knee as he has, for the better part of a year now.
Well, and that's huge for Brooks Koepka to feel healthy. I mean, it's one thing to not feel the best and not be able. The biggest thing for him is now he can practice and prepare the way that he needs to and the way that he feels like he wants to. Before, I think he was so cautious about it. He couldn't overdo it. He couldn't swing the golf club the way that he wanted to. So now he and his instructor, Claude Harmon, they can really go in and go to work to get his golf swing and his game back to the position that he needs it and that he feels like it should be, and that what we're used to seeing out of Brooks Koepka, and that's been what's really held him back, I'd say, over the last 6 months, maybe even to a year.
Let's go to 14, Mark Zecchino.
And Xander Schauffele, 155, Earl. I think the green is slightly below the players here, probably playing closer to 150. It is a left center hole location, which just barely brings this pine tree into play. A good quality shot, there's no pine tree, but a little bit of a tug, and you can bring this pine tree into play that guards the left side of this green. Oh, this on a very good line, gets onto the front of the green, needs a hop, not going to get it. It settles down nicely. He'll get putter in hand, but it's a bit of an awkward birdie effort from 30 feet up over a hump.
Just a beautiful second shot in here, and this hole just framed in so nicely from that penalty area, the water on the right, and as Mark was saying, that pine tree that kind of guards the left side. Just a beautiful framework and gives the players really good visuals as they hit their second shots.
And also at 14 alongside him, Collin Morikawa playing well this week, Mark?
Yep. What's interesting, guys, about this pine tree that John was just referring to is from Collin Morikawa's side of the fairway, the left side. This pine tree is guarding almost this whole location. It's very interesting. You would certainly have to take it on to access this hole from the left side of the fairway. Let's see what Collin Morikawa does. He's coming off back-to-back birdies and at 3 under par, 150 yards out. This starts up the right. He's going to try to hit a little draw in here. It's on a good line. Needs to get down, and it just lands hole high and takes a hop to the back edge of the green. So that'll be a slippery 30-footer for 3 in a row for Collin Morikawa.
Still a pretty good shot right there for Morikawa. Maybe tried to flight that one down to avoid some of that overhanging tree there, and consequently releases out a little more than he was looking for, but still a good shot.
And a 3 under right now. Morikawa was in a tie for 11th. That is 5 shots off the lead with a guy alongside of him. Xander Schauffele moving in front with 2 early birdies today, and something that Schauffele did well in round 1, and we talked about all the trouble around a lot of these holes at Shadow Creek, and a lot of big numbers came into play. We saw that a lot in round 1. Schauffele was able to keep that down, only made 1 bogey that came at the 9th, had 7 birdies yesterday, so he's avoided those bogeys, those mistakes so far, John, which a lot of players have not, in a day and a half, have not been able to do.
Well, and that's what Xander Schauffele does on these types of golf courses. Really, most of the time that he plays, that's what he does, is manage his game so well. But especially on these very difficult, firm, fast golf courses, he somehow just minimizes mistakes.
Up at the 13th, Justin Thomas with a putt inside 10 feet downhiller and made a nice stroke there. Had to be very delicate with that downhill putt. Drains it. Justin Thomas, par, 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 par. Begin his second round. He's even.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of the CJ Cup at Shadow Creek in Las Vegas, Nevada. And as we do at the top and bottom of every hour in our live play-by-play coverage, time now for a leaderboard update brought to you by MasterCard. Tap and go with your MasterCard. The simple, secure way to pay.
Xander Schauffele, a couple of early birdies on a Friday back 9 at Shadow Creek to move in front, 8 under par. Tied for second, Matthew Fitzpatrick, 4 under through 5. He's now -7. Russell Henley, Tyrrell Hatton, also in that tie for second, 7 under. 5 under, Kevin Streelman gets an early birdie starting in the back 9. He's to -5, tied for 5th with John Rahm and Tyler Duncan. 3 shots off the lead now, and -4, Ryan Palmer, Joel Damon, and Jason Kokrak, who's 2 under through 6 today. They are -4, 4 shots off the lead. Doug Bell.
Here in number 3, this spectacular par 4, 471 yards. Drive it downhill, uphill approach. Russell Henley out of the rough on the left side from 183 yards. Gives it a really hard swing. That bounces in front of the green and then rolls up on the putting surface, past the hole on the left side to the middle of the green, and finally comes to rest outside 25 feet. That'll be a long birdie try coming up for Russell Henley, looking to get to 8 under par.
Colin Morikawa, 2 under par early through 4 holes, is 3 under par total, tied for 11th. Rookie of the year last year, Scotty Scheffler, even par through 2, is 1 under par total. Scotty tied for 20th. Justin Thomas, the defending champion, is even par through 4. He remains even for the championship. He is tied for 30th. Rory McIlroy just hasn't quite got started yet. He goes off 11:46 local time. 1 over par 73 yesterday for McIlroy. He's tied for 38th. And Jordan Spieth, even par through 1, just getting started. A tough day yesterday. 2 over par 74. Jordan tied for 46th.
The opening round of the Dominion Energy Charity Classic and Phil Mickelson's second start on PGA Tour Champions were postponed earlier today due to inclement weather at the Country Club of Richmond in Virginia. Play is now scheduled to begin tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern, as tour officials plan to play as much golf as possible tomorrow before hopefully completing a full 54-hole event by Sunday night. Coverage of the chase for the Charles Schwab Cup can be seen over the weekend on Golf, with telecast airing Saturday and Sunday from 2:30 until 5 p.m. Eastern.
And now Mark Cicchino back at 14.
Oh, this is a quick one, Earl. This is 31 feet. And Colin Morikawa is just looking at every little crease, every little hump in this putt from above the hole at the 14th green. There seems to be some conversation between him and Victor Hovland about something. I don't know what they could possibly be talking about, as his ball mark is not in anybody's line or doesn't seem to be impeding anything. Okay, that conversation, John, is stopped. What do you think that talk was about?
I don't know what it could have been, unless somehow or another, the coin might have gotten just slightly moved or nicked, or so. I don't know. It looked a bit odd to me as well there, Mark.
Yeah, I think your guess is probably the best one. That's better than anything I have, John. I can tell you that. So, okay, 31 feet, and this is quick. It will move from his right to left, looking for 3 birdies in a row and to get to 3 under par. Just got to start this one. 31 feet, you probably got to hit it with about 8-9 feet of speed and dribble it down the slope and let it draw. Settles in, last look at the hole, putter back down the slope. Starts to draw, now starts to wiggle back the other way on a good line for three. Doesn't get it. Oh, it was such a good putt. Settle down, golf ball. Well, he went for it, guys, and he's got a little work now because of it. That's a good 3 feet coming back up the other way for the par save for Collin Morikawa.
Well, he was able to be aggressive with that one, with it kind of back up the hill there. That putt looked really good for a long time. Just missed off on the left-hand side, but still a good putt, only a couple of feet away or so now for Morikawa to remain 3 under par.
And the leaders there, a couple of birdies already for Xander Schauffele to move in front. Mark?
Yeah, this is an interesting putt, Earl. It's 26 feet. It's underneath the hole, but about 8 feet in front of his golf ball. He has to negotiate a little knuckle in the middle of the screen. It's not a huge knuckle, but it's definitely there. He is at 8 under par, coming off birdie at 13. Putter back, up the slope. Now back down the other side on a good line to the hole, and he has it! 26-footer Xander Schauffele to 9 under par.
Huh, boy, what a start now for Xander Schauffele. Now that's back-to-back birdies, and he's 3 under in his first 5 holes, and just off and running here at Shadow Creek. Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, X marks the spot 3 times with 3 circles there and 3 quick birdies for early 2-shot lead on a Friday. Schauffele pushing that lead to 9 under par. And remember, this back 9, he's yet to get to the par 5s today. They're coming up at 16 and 18. So you get off to that quick start like Tyrrell Hatton did yesterday. You can keep it going. Schauffele's done it so far early in the Friday.
Yeah, I was just thinking of those 2 par 5s you mentioned there at 16 and 18 coming up for Xander. Boy, he could really put some distance between himself and the rest of this field if he continues to play the way that he's playing.
He's just been fantastic today. And look, Tyrrell Hatton, the overnight leader, is going to be out a little bit later in our coverage. He's just about to get things underway. And now he's got some ground to make up after that brilliant 65. He's in a tie for second. And it's a 3-way tie with Fitzpatrick and Henley getting there now. 7 under par and 2 back.
Well, and I think the one thing about this golf course is I don't think you really want to try to force the issue around here with the greens as firm and fast as they are. I think you just want to go out and just continue to try to play your golf and let it come to you. So Tyrrell Hatton, when he gets on the golf course, just continue to do what you did yesterday.
Yeah, he's about to hit his tee shot. He, John Rahm, Matthew Wolff just getting underway at the first. Mark Zecchino.
And Collin Morikawa, guys, knocks in that 3.5-footer, so the par save for Morikawa. He remains 2 under par, and it's so interesting.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music.
This is Mommy's jam.
This Sung Jae Im's second shot. Yep, looks good. He's currently 7 over, so he needs a birdie here. And this is Xander Schauffele, the leader, 9 under, tee shot. Par 4, 15th, looks good. Yeah, first cut, that's okay. And here is Collin Morikawa's tee shot. Really right. So now back to PGA Tour Radio.
For the first time at a PGA Tour event, we're seeing it this week at the CJ Cup. Of course, some folks were able to get a peek of it a couple of years ago when Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson played their made-for-TV match at this golf course. It's getting tested, though, this week by 78 of the top players in the game. Exclusive field this week. John Rollins, we have a former Tour champion, Xander Schauffele, in front right now. 3 early birdies for him today to jump in front by 2 at -9.
Yeah, just an absolute beautiful golf course here. It's kind of like 18 separate playgrounds, if you will. All these these holes just all kind of private among themselves. And as you say, Xander Schauffele now sitting at the top of the leaderboard, 9 under par player that loves this type of stage, this type of atmosphere. And when the golf courses get firm and fast and difficult, Xander Schauffele seems to rise to the occasion. So look for him to sort of keep that offensive going and keep the pedal down, trying to extend his lead.
Yeah, that means the overnight leader, Tyrrell Hatton, who shot 65, has got some catching up to do. He's now in a tie for second. His round is just underway on the front nine. Hatton just hit his second shot into the first to par 4, 28 feet or so. Left of the cup there for a potential birdie opportunity for him. So we'll find out if Tyrrell Hatton can do what he did yesterday. Quick start in the back nine. He's going to need one today now on the front nine, where his couple of bogeys came in that round of 65 yesterday, trying to make a birdie at one for the second straight round.
Yeah, and he only hit 2 fairways more than Rory McIlroy, but the difference for Tyrrell Hatton was his iron play was just on point. 14 greens, his proximity to the hole was just outside of, or just inside 27 feet, 26 feet 9 inches on average. So was really dialed in with his approach shots, setting up some good birdie opportunities. Obviously the hole out on his third hole of the day, the 12th hole, those types of things help, but Tyrrell Hatton really looks solid all day long en route to that 7 under par 65. So he keeps hitting his irons like that, rolling the putter the way he's been rolling it. He's still gonna have a good voice here by the end of this second round.
And gonna need to play well again to make up ground on the new leader, Xander Schauffele. Mark Zecchino.
And Xander Schauffele here at the par 4 9th hole. He has missed the fairway, but the ball.
That fairway bunker there on the right-hand side. That's going to be a tough little play there. And for Xander, up the left, these players have talked about the rough is thick. It's this overseeded ryegrass, but it doesn't quite play as thick as it looks. So you're able to get the club on the ball a lot of times. So Xander in a much better position.
Hole 14, Justin Thomas with a putt of 55 feet back up the hill here on its way. That's got plenty of steam. In fact, too much steam as it rolled past the right side of the cup. It's going to roll out to some 12 feet. So he'll have that for par for Justin Thomas. He's even.
Yeah, not a putt he was real happy with. He'd love to have that one back. But it's tough at times when you're coming up the hill. These fast greens, you just hit it not as hard as you think, and it just continues to roll out.
Brooks Koepka from 35 feet down. A similar line to Thomas's now. This one headed towards the cup. That's going to have a good chance. Just on the left edge. It's a fine putt there from Brooks Koepka. He remains at -1 for the day, +1 for the tournament.
I don't know how that ball missed. I mean, it looked like half the ball was hanging over the edge as it rolled past the hole. So great putt right there for Brooks Koepka, just still 1 under par on the day.
Mark Zecchino, to you.
All right, 205 is the number for Morikawa from this right angle. Let's not forget, this is the hole that derailed him yesterday. He was 3 under par on his round, and he made double bogey here yesterday at the par 4 15th. Looking for center of the green, I believe, here today. Turf goes flying. He's looking right, like he maybe hit it a little right than his intended line. Looking for this to come down. Guys, I've completely lost that one. It did not see it into the penalty area. There's a chance that one is long. We'll have to come back and figure that one out. We're getting no signs from anyone up at the green either.
Well, all these holes, and especially in the back nine, we have some trouble spots, certainly, and many of these holes at Shadow Creek. Look, it's such a unique property in the desert in Las Vegas. This course was built back in the 80s in rural desert, basically. Things have built up around it, obviously, over the last couple of decades, certainly, but there's a lot of trouble lurking. Part of it is the rough is tough to play from this week, and there's just so many of these meandering creeks and hazards and penalty areas. You have to be careful almost every hole you play, Mark.
Yeah, you do, Earl. There's little tricky little places that you can't be, and angles that Fazio created here. Schauffele's on the good side of that angle equation here from 186. Left side, 10-15 feet left of this hole is just gold. Perfect. Xander Schauffele at 9 under par. Oh, he hoists this straight into the sky. This is just a towering iron shot. Lands into the middle of the green. Now starts to funnel a little closer to flag. Underneath the hole, that'll be, just outside 30 feet. maybe 30 on the button. Up the slope, Xander Schauffele trying to get to double digits here at 15.
You know, not a bad shot right there, right in line. Pretty good break off the tee. The ball stayed in the first cut, the little step cut of rough around the fairway, so it was not in the thicker primary cut. So able to get a little more club on that second shot and hits him a nice one.
At 14 now, Justin Thomas to save par from 11 feet. This one down the hill, going to track towards the hole, and that drops in. Well, I tell you what, he's made some tremendous saves. 10-footer on 13, an 11-footer on 14. He made just 50 feet of putt yesterday. He's already at 55 feet today. It's even par for the tournament.
Yeah, 55 feet without a birdie so far for Justin Thomas. So it's been a scramble type of day here early in this second round. Again, just trying to find something to get going after that double bogey on his final hole, the 18th yesterday, knocked him back to even par. And Justin Thomas, maybe that putt could be just the spark he needed.
Well, defending his title at a course, this is new to everyone, obviously. And Justin Thomas, the other obvious part is he's found something at Nine Bridges at Jeju Island, winning this tournament 2 of the first 3 years it's been held. So you're having to defend on a different golf course. And for him yesterday, it wasn't just that double at 18. He bogeyed the par 5 at 7 yesterday, too. Had just 1 birdie on the 4 par 5s. So he was 2 over par on the par 5s. And you can't do that this week, especially a guy with the length of game that Justin Thomas has.
Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, he's a player that with his length and even the accuracy that Justin Thomas has. So he's a player that you would expect to just really feast on the par 5s. But you get just a little bit off, or you miss the fairways out here, and it can really change how you play some of these holes. And Justin Thomas just needs to figure out a way to get something going.
All right, that third shot for the second shot for Morikawa at 15 ended up in the fairway. So he's in good shape, but now he's got to find a way to get up and down here at the par 4, Mark Sakino.
Yeah, well, there was a reason I lost sight on it, because he decided to lay it up, and I was looking greenside. He decided to lay it back to a number he likes, 88 yards. Going to try to get up and down, make par the hard way here. Penalty area still in play for this third. This is high and soft on a very good line. Lands underneath the hole. Oh, unable to control the spin. That golf ball's going to peel back outside 20 feet. So he's going to have to do it with the putter here to save par at 15.
Man, just needed a little bit further skip there, that first hop, but it kind of hit into just a gentle upslope there short of the hole and repels back off the slope. So an outside chance now for Morikawa to save his par and remain 3 under.
Well, maybe that's something, a sign of what players kind of learned on day 1 there from Colin Morikawa, opting not to take the risk with that creek cutting in front of the green, opted to lay up. Now he's got a long par saver coming up, though, because of it. Doug Bell?
Earl's second shot on the way for Russell Henley here at the par 5 fourth from 255. He's going for it. That will land just in front of the putting surface on the right side, and then 1 bounce into the right green side bunker, and it goes down to the bottom of the bunker. That's not a bad leave. He has a lot of green to play with. He's going uphill. So Russell Henley looking to get up and down here at the par 5 to get to 8 under par.
Would get him within 1 of the leader. Xander Schauffele's jumped in front early at a Friday. 3 birdies on the back 9, 9 under, and a 2-shot lead for Xander Schauffele as we continue coverage of the CJ.
Okay, this is Sung Jae Im's tee shot on par 4 15s. Looks good. Yep, found the fairway. He had birdie, bogey, birdie today. And so it's, no, I think he had another bogey, so it's even par. This is Victor Hovland's birdie putt from 57 feet, 8 inches. Very good. That should be a par for him. He's a very good player from Norway, young and energetic. And this is Bruce Kepsa's tee shot on 15th. Does it go to... Oh, looks like love on the right. And this is Justin Thomas tee shot. He's at even par. Oh, sneaky long. Yeah, it's first cut. This is Schauffele, the leader's birdie putt from 37 feet. Wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah, he's 10 under. Wow. He has 4 birdies out of 6 holes. Amazing. Back to PGA Tour Radio.
Leaders got to look at another one to extend the lead. Mark Cicchino.
At the 15th green, Xander Schauffele has 36 feet, looking for a long-distance effort for 3 in a row. Settling in, putter back, up over the slope. It has speed to the hole for 3 in a row, and he has it! What a long-distance bomb, and Xander Schauffele, double digits, 10 under par.
Wow, this putter, Xander Schauffele, red hot. Yesterday, the longest putt he made yesterday, 11 feet, 8 inches. That was at the 5th hole. Today, now back-to-back holes, 26.5 feet, 37 feet there. I mean, he's got a foot and a half, 75 feet of putts today in the first 6 holes, excuse me. Only 76 feet he made in the entire 18 holes yesterday.
Yeah, and he made 7 birdies in doing that yesterday. So now he's matched basically his putts made length total for day 1 when he shot a 6 under par 66. And Schauffele keeps putting like this. He's going to be tough to catch today. Double digits under par now, -10. Mark Cicchino, back to you.
21 feet underneath the hole. This is a par effort for Collin Morikawa. Missed the fairway off the tee at the 15th. Did not like his lie. Laid it up to 88 yards. Has this to keep clean for the day and remain 2 under par. Will work to his left. Putter back. Up a slope. Oh, this has tons of speed. On a good line for par. He has it! What a clutch 4. Collin Morikawa remains 2 under par.
Wow. Both of these players, Morikawa watching Xander Schauffele make it from everywhere and saying, hey, I want in on some of the action there. Nice par save. Mark Cicchino must be the lucky charm for this group.
Yeah, they're rolling in the putts. Schauffele's, though, for a lot of birdies so far. 3 in a row, 4 of his first 6. And again, second straight day, quick start on the back 9 for a leader. And boy, that escalated quickly. Xander Schauffele now in front by 3, a field goal lead early on a Friday. Doug Bell.
Russell Henley in the greenside bunker here at the par 5 4th. Line 2, good lie. Uphill shot on the way from 80 feet. The splash out sends it onto the dance floor. Now rolls out towards hole with a chance for eagle 3. And it caught the edge of the cup and would not go in. Russell Henley down on his knees, and somehow that stayed out for eagle. It'll be a tap-in birdie for Russell Henley.
Gouge of the grass. He is eyeballing this one, staring it down, high into that sky, right at the stick. This one's got a chance. Oh, my. Justin Thomas with a tremendous shot. Lands 10 feet in front of the hole and rolls 5 feet past. He'll have that look for birdie.
And Collin Morikawa is 2 under par through 6 holes. He is 3 under par for the tournament. Collin now tied for 12th. Winner a couple of weeks ago at the Sanderson Farms Championship, Sergio Garcia. Par through his first hole after the 1 under par 71 yesterday has Sergio 1 under, tied for 22nd. Justin Thomas, even par through 5 holes. He's even for the tournament, tied for 30th. Rory McIlroy just starts his second round with a birdie at the first hole. Now McIlroy 1 under on the day, even for the tournament, tied for 30th. And Brooks Koepka, 1 under par through 5. Brooks Koepka now 1 over par for the tournament, tied for 39th.
To the par 3 at 17, out to Mark Cicchino.
Wow, what a start for Matthew Fitzpatrick. 5 under par through his first 7 holes with the tee at the par 3 17th, 153. He's going flag hunting again, asking for it to turn over just a hair. Oh, and it's going to just grab the back edge of the green. He's going to get putter in hand, though. That'll be inside 20 feet for another birdie. He's 8 under par.
You just can't stop Matthew Fitzpatrick right now. Seems like everything he's doing is spot on. You would almost expect him to maybe make this putt here, which would get him to 6 under par. We had 6 under par yesterday before Tyrrell Hatton played the 18th. We expected him to maybe shoot that 29. Maybe today Matthew Fitzpatrick will deliver.
Yeah, and you got a par 5 coming up next at the 18th hole, which was the easiest hole yesterday. 8 eagles there, so you can keep those rolls going if you're getting things going on the back 9, Chick.
15th hole for Brooks Koepka from 36 feet. A downhiller from left to right now. This ball on the way, tracking towards, making the turn back towards the hole. That's a fine effort there from Brooks Koepka. A little inside 2 feet for his save of par. Did a nice job as a bunker shot from 190 to reach this green.
And he's given himself chances, but he's got to get it closer to the hole. Yesterday, 32 feet he averaged proximity. Today, he's at 48 feet. So when you're hitting it that far from the hole on average, it's just hard to make a lot of birdies.
And you better make some birdies today, John. We're seeing these leaders, guys atop the leaderboard in Schauffele and Fitzpatrick, combined 9 under on that back 9. So if you're not making birdies, you're falling behind by a bunch pretty quickly today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you know, with the exception of Jason Kokrak, who, as you said, was 4 under par through 8 holes, kind of making a run here. I mean, with the exception of our two leaders there at the top, where you got Xander Schauffele and then Matthew Fitzpatrick, nobody else is really putting together anything low. Now, some guys are just getting on the golf course, but, you know, really 1-2 under par is about as low as we've seen other than Xander and Matthew Fitzpatrick.
15th now for Justin Thomas. 4 feet 8 inches back down the hill. Delicate putt. Basically straight. Now he barely touches that ball, and that just stays on the right edge, and now it's going to roll out. He just kind of looks at it, stares at it, can't believe it. Backs up, looks at it again. It's kind of befuddled there. It's Justin Thomas with a really good opportunity for birdie. That falls by the wayside. He's going to have 4-footer coming back to save par here at 15 to remain at even.
To Doug Bell.
Russell Henley's tee shot is on the way now at the par 3 fifth, 185 yards, a breathtaking par 3. Ball flies up and over that ravine and now down into that right greenside bunker that guards this elevated green. And he got up and down in the last hole. Let's see if he can do it again this time to save par to stay at 8 under.
Back at 15 now, Justin Thomas looking to save par here after a wonderful approach shot. Ran his putt by this hole. He's got 3 feet 5 inches. He saw the line as it went by the hole the first time, so he knows what it does as he steps in. He's made some tremendous saves here on the last 2 holes, and that one drained. And so Justin Thomas rolls it in for par. Disappointing par there for JT. He is even.
Yeah, a little misread, I think, on the first putt there. It looked like he started that ball on the maybe right center to right edge, and the ball actually broke to the right. So a little misread, and then a good second putt coming back. You're putting into his shadow. The hole was right in the shadow for Justin Thomas. Not easy, not a comfortable feeling as a player when you're doing that, but nicely holed.
And right now, defending champ, 2-time winner at even par, 10 shots off the lead on a Friday with Xander Schauffele. The 4 under start through 6. Oh, by the way, just getting to the par 5s now at 4 under par through 6 with the lead, 10 under on a Friday, Chick.
And Brooks Koepka cleaned up his par as well on 15. So putting pretty decently there and from distance as well. Nice 2-putt there from 36 feet for Brooks Koepka. He is 1 under on his round, +1 for the tournament as they head to the par 5 16th.
And 1 hole ahead of that, 17, the par 3. Mark Cicchino.
Thank you, Earl. Matthew Fitzpatrick, it's a 20-footer on the button. And not too often you get a teach from a player's shot off the putting surface, but that happened here at 17. Paul Casey, who's playing alongside Matthew Fitzpatrick today, had a bunker shot from the bunker that guards the back edge of this green and gave Matthew Fitzpatrick a great read on what this 20-footer does, especially in the last 10 feet, as Matthew Fitzpatrick's tee ball grabbed the back edge of this green. He is 5 under already on his round. This to get 6 deep for the day and 9 under par for this tournament. Will move a hair to his left. Down the slope, it has pace to the cup, and oh, it just catches the edge and stays out. That ate a lot of lip, guys. I don't know how that one doesn't go down. Going to be good enough for par. It looks like inside 2 feet. So Matthew Fitzpatrick looking good to remain 8 under par.
Boy, just seemingly everything he's going to hit looks like it's going in at this point for Matthew Fitzpatrick. Terrific putt right there, but settles for the par. He's got a par 5 going, upcoming at 18, easily reachable in 2. So Matthew Fitzpatrick still going along nicely.
Yeah, with 5 birdies on the back 9 to try to keep pace. He has so far with Xander Schauffele behind him, who's made 4 birdies in his first 6 holes and on a birdie run. Had a good place to keep it going. Now, John, the 16th hole, the first of these 2 late par 5s on the back 9.
Yeah, and Xander Schauffele hits the ball in the fairway off the tee there at the par 5 16. So in good position, but well outside 300 yards, 307 yards from the hole to be exact. So likely not reachable there for Xander. Have to wait and see well, you just got to keep this left here. Got that shoot on the far left side. You can maybe chase it in there, but just try to get this near that front left portion of the green and open the 3rd shot up.
Now the ball is on its way. He has started it up the left, as John has suggested is the proper play. It grabs the left edge of the green and chases onto the back edge. There's a backboard. This should funnel back. Oh, he's so unlucky. It just grabbed the rough, and it got stuck up on the hill. I mean, that was moving backwards already. So unlucky. That could have got, we're going to say, could have got as close as 20, 25 feet for an eagle effort. He'll still have an eagle little chip here from the first cut of rough. He's looking for 4 birdies in a row.
I mean, that was just an incredible shot. That ball still carried a good 275 to 280 yards right there for Xander Schauffele. So still in a really good position at this par 5.
Well, Vegas for a couple of weeks, these balls do carry further, Mark.
Yeah, not this one though, Earl. Morikawa was just inside Schauffele. Tried to, basically hit the same shot that Xander hit, but it's going to pull up about 5 yards shy and find one of those very deep greenside bunkers that cover the front side of this green. So Morikawa, who's at 2 under par, he's going to have a long distance bunker effort here at 16.
It's going to be an awkward shot there for Morikawa. One going all the way to that back right corner where this hole is located from the kind of front right part of the green. So tough up and down there. Not the miss that Morikawa was looking for.
On a good second shot in by the leader, Xander Schauffele. 4 birdies today. He'll be chipping about 45 feet for eagle at the par 5 16th, already in front by 2 at 10 under par. Xander Schauffele, leader on Friday PGA Tour radio coverage from Las Vegas, continues the CJ Cup at Shadow Creek.
Collin Morikawa hit his second shot. He's currently 3 under, tied for 12th. Currently, Xander Schauffele has another eagle chance. This is +2 Victor Hovland's second shot. He has 281 yards to the hole. A little bit right. Oh, to the left. He says something to his caddy. Okay, this is Sung Jae-im from South Korea. He's currently 6 over. Today even par, tied for 70th out of the 78 players. This is par 5 622 16th. It's T-ball. Looks good. Yeah, on the fairway. 299 yards. This is Brooks Koepka, 1 over, tied for 39th. His par 5 scoring last season wasn't that much good. Looks good. Yep. Longer than Sung Jae-im. He's currently 1 over, 39th. So out of this group, Justin Thomas is the best with an even par, tied for 31st. Not good.
Second round of the CJ Cup, Shadow Creek. The sayings, what happens here stays here, and what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, are both registered trademarks. Not if you got cell phones. I'll tell you what happens in Vegas often gets out in Vegas. Right now, the play is continuing here in his second round on the par 5 16th. Brooks Koepka with a bomb down the middle of this fairway. He's got 316 off the tee, 299 into this par 5. And Justin Thomas tugged his drive into the primary rough on the left. He'll have 329. That'll be a layup for Justin Thomas, who's even par.
Yeah, these days what happens in Vegas usually ends up on social media at some point. Mark Sakino?
Colin Morikawa, great par save back at 14. He's in the green side bunker in 2 at the par 5 16th. 39 yards is a challenging bunker shot. He's well beneath the green here. Throws it up onto the top shelf as it starts working towards the hole. This is really well done from there. Inside 15 feet, leaves it underneath the hole for his birdie effort to get the 4 under par.
Yeah, that was really well played, like you said, Mark. That was not an easy play. That much green, 39 yards, just not a shot that you spend a lot of time practicing when you're around a short game area. So pretty well executed there from Colin Morikawa.
You know, back-to-back weeks, unique part of this schedule, a little mini Vegas swing in the fall section of these record 12 events to start the 50-event super season on the PGA Tour, and entertaining to say the least to spend a couple of weeks in Las Vegas. That's a real treat, Mark Sakino.
Well, here at 16, Xander Schauffele would love to do what Victor Hovland just did, and that's pitch it in for eagle. So Hovland now moves to even par. He's 3 under, but Schauffele already 10 under par, chipping from eagle, just in the fringe, 45 feet. Gets it on the slope, now works the hole, going to miss on the low side. Settle down, golf ball, settle down. That was just so slippery. Going to be outside 5 feet, close to that 7-foot range, underneath the hole. An opportunity for 4 birdies in a row to get to 11 under par.
Yeah, good play, though, there for Xander. Maybe could have gone a little higher, maybe a little farther, taking some of the slope out there on the left side of the green, but lands on a downslope, kind of runs out a decent distance away, but nice uphill putt for his birdie now.
Let's go to Doug Bell on the front 9.
Here at number 5, Russell Henley's tee shot was embedded in the grass above the bunker, got a free drop, and then with an awkward stance, put it 6 feet past the cup. Now the par saver on the way at the hole, dead center, fast putt. He rammed it in there. Nice up and down for Russell Henley. He stays bogey-free and 8 under par.
And just what he needed there with Xander Schauffele looking like he's got no signs of letting up. You don't want to start giving shots away here. Russell Henley with a great save.
Yeah, I mean, we've got, the leader maybe about to extend the lead here already on the back 9, looking for a 4th birdie in the row. So you got to do something special to keep pace, it looks like, with Xander Schauffele today, Mark Sakino.
Colin Morikawa, with that great bunker effort, has left himself inside 15 feet underneath the hole. It will work to his right for birdie to get to 4 under par. Settling in. Putter back. Puts it just outside the left edge. Wiggling right. He has it. Great up.